Is there some cause that I should doubt you? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Microphone right here, and I'm singing to my pen. I love myself. I'm so much fun. Don't know me very well. Today's card is the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay. So we've got going inward, taking care of yourself. Cease codependency. Sit still. Yeah. And then I saw coming, feeling too far off. And this could be a thing why I wanted to play Don't Ask My Neighbor. Because you could be wondering if what you desire also desires you. I don't know. You won't know unless you ask. And this is going to be causing some anguish, but transformation. All right. And then we've got Uranus, trine moon, awakening ignites emotion. You don't understand. Yeah. You think I'm changing because you are, because change is good. And so yes, but here we've got the Sun square Pluto, which to me feels like your ego and what you've been desiring to hold on to is pushing against the deep transformation that's about to be taking place here. But I did have a conversation with somebody this morning about letting go and surrendering. Letting go and surrendering to what you feel. You know, my hair is very big. I've combed it out because I'm about to wash it today because I have an engagement this evening. Um, so I drew a few pictures. You can go see those on Instagram, m.shiva.creativeaf, which I am going to change that to. Anyway, yeah, so let's get into this. What do we want to know? I think how do we surrender to our emotions? How do we let go and lean into the divine flow? You know, what is that about? How do that? You'll find I love you. Don't be afraid. Hey, come to me, come to me, come to me. Okay, that should work right there. All right. I am calling in the of my angels, ancestors, guides, and the masters, my heavenly Father, my Creator who lives in me. Hallelujah. I am at peace. I am at ease. I am grateful. I honor and see myself. I agree to find the path, stay the course, trust the process, and enjoy the journey. Amen. So, my hope for you guys is that this week has been transformative, and it has been allowing you to see into yourself, in order for you to heal the relationship with yourself. Are some yes, there are some indications that it's also, sign of Libra for this full moon. It's also about your relationship to other. Try reconnecting. Okay, we've got 2 of diamonds. Sorry about that for anybody viewing on this. Let me hear you say 2 of diamonds. alright. Okay, yeah. So what was my question? How do you surrender and let go and lean into the divine flow? Then we got the Eight of Spades. This is already giving me yes, indeed. Baby, baby. Which I'm going to tell y'all what that is. Make me feel. Me feel. And the Nine of Diamonds. Okay. Make it last. All right. So what I'm getting so far is first steps to surrender, deciding that you want to do that, deciding that you're going to give up control of the material, your body, your flesh, to the divine in order for you to be guided to where it is that you're going. Then we've got the Eight of Spades, which lines up with the Eight of Swords. That is the card that is associated mostly with fear, but also with you keeping yourself trapped in a self-induced prison. So you have to be willing to leave the jail that you've created, because they can't come get you out of there, baby. They don't have a body. Remember that. No one, boy. And yesterday we talked about gratitude and how gratitude ignites change in the material. So that's something right there. When I see the Nine of Pentacles or the Nine of Diamonds, I kind of feel like it is also associated with recognizing what has already been grown, what is here, what you have manifested thus far. So that's what I mean in the gratitude. You have to be grateful for what you have. You have to be grateful for this moment. And you have to find a way to enjoy it, this moment here. So yes, please go look at the pictures that I drew very badly on Instagram. I want to keep you here. Look at that, Eight of Swords. And you're next to me. And a Queen of Cups too. That's two. That's 2 and 2. Ooh, baby, baby. So, baby, between the sheets. Man, it feels good this week. I feel like to be free of whatever those little nasty, bad little small bags. You know, I talk about this sometimes. Like everybody's like, okay, I want to heal my trauma. And they go for the big bags. Like they go for molestation. They go for death. They go for something catastrophic. But what about that little shit? Like people making fun of your hair on the playground when you're growing up, like me. Like that was big time for me, even though it was seemingly small because I was a child, whatever. That shit was traumatizing as fuck. That was very traumatizing. My whole entire teenage life, trauma, because I was holding on to everything that hurt me. That's what makes it trauma, is you not letting it go. Is you not letting it go. It becomes a scar on your soul. But the thing about it is you can heal it. And those scars that are created, and not a scar until you heal it, it's a wound you're carrying. You're just carrying it around, just festering. Then once it becomes a scar, it becomes power, because you can say, this has happened. This is where I am strong. Or this is where I know, this is what I've been taught through my life experience. Sharing our love. Me and my girlfriend just been sharing pictures of our hair back and forth this week. Babe, oh, the Four of Wands. Celebratory energy. Enjoy your life. That's your job. Get into union with your light and your dark energy. Finding the balance, but most importantly, enjoying your life and yourself. She said, why are our facial expressions always the most when we don't like our hair, bitch? I don't know. I mean, my hair is doing the most this week, but it's okay. Like, it's my hair. This is the hair that they gave me. between the sheets. Let's make love. Page of Wands reverse. I'm about to take this damn jacket off because I am hot. Four Cups. Lord have mercy. Whew. You're just not paying attention. You're not paying attention. Uh-oh. Temperance in reverse. Come on, balance. All right, what else? Okay, so definitely, ooh, the Devil. So yeah, so you got to come to balance. You got to, and the only way to do that is by acknowledging your darkness. You don't come to balance by acting like you don't have issues or little bags that need to be what? Six of Swords dropped in the water. Because you do. Then you got to recognize your own creative power. Like I said, looking at what you've manifested thus far. What did you create? Because where you are in your reality, you created it. You, nobody else. You did that. That's your projection of what is on the inside of yourself. Your outer life and your outer experience is a reflection of what is happening on the inside of yourself. So if you don't like your life, then you probably don't like what you feel like inside, and it's time for you to take the time to heal. Nine of Swords. And that is how you can come into balance, because that's what you're being asked to do. The way to surrender is for you to balance out so that you can say, it's okay for me to be this person. It's okay for me to be a little bit out of control. It's all right for me to be a little bit reckless sometimes. It's okay for me not to be always buttoned up, you know. And it's all right for me to have fun and enjoy my life. It's okay. Like, that is allowed. That is what they're asking you to do. Like, you think you came here to be miserable? If this was a game and it's something that we're supposed to be playing, you really think that the goal of your soul is to come and sit here and be wrinkled up with this right here all the time? That was one thing I used to ask my dad often. I would be like, why is your forehead like that? And he would laugh. But I was serious, because I would be like, why are you wrinkled up? I feel like I didn't see my dad without him being like, every time. And I was like, are you worried? Are you thinking? Are you angry? Like, what is happening? And generally I could tell which one he was by the wrinkles in his forehead. I could tell whether he was thinking, whether he was angry, or he was, worried or hurting. I could tell by the wrinkles in forehead. Like, if you see mine right now, I'm thinking. I was mad when they started showing up. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. I not have these wrinkles in my damn forehead. The Star. Who are you? You got to be yourself. You got to be exactly who you came here to be. Whatever that means. Whether or not that makes you fully comfortable or not, you got to get comfortable with it. Because that's the only way that you'll be able to be it. And the freedom comes in your ability to be it. So, long journey in cups. It's very important for you to figure out who you are. Like, that's it. You have to figure out who am I? Yeah, I'm inside of myself. And which parts of that do I need to express to the rest of the world? And it's okay for you to keep some stuff to yourself. Nobody says that you have to tell everything. Like, autonomy and privacy are very important, especially when you live a spiritual life. Like, there are some things that people are not going to be comfortable talking about, and that's okay. Like, nobody needs to know everything about you all the time if you don't want to share it. That's your right. But you have to know everything about you. The good, the bad, and the ugly. You have to come to terms with it. Whatever's in there. Accept it and learn to love it. Hey, man, this is me. I can only be this one way, you know. Oh, baby. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. So the message in that card is generally like, okay, well, why are you holding on so tightly to your current life? If you say you want to change it, if you say you want something different, why are you holding on so tightly to what was? You don't think that you have to let go in order to create space so that it can grow into something new? You think you're going to become a new person by holding on to the shell of the old person? That's what you think? Well, every time you start to be your new self, your old self is like, you trying to leave me behind? You goddamn right I'm trying to leave you behind, fake ass bitch. No, it's like, okay, you got to say thank you. I appreciate you for bringing me this far, but it's time to grow a little bit. It's time to grow here, son. So that means that I got to be somebody different. That was so hard for me. I remember standing in the mirror crying and having to tell myself, I have to let you go. I have to let you go. You cannot go with me. And the thing about it was, there was so much toxicity wrapped up in that aspect of my personality, that part of my persona. I couldn't take it because every time I was trying to go do something fun, that was the part of me that was like, don't you dare stop being a workaholic. Don't you dare go enjoy your life, because if you do that, then what? Everything falls apart. But like, I'm not the glue, you know? I can't be the material, the glue, the nails, and also build it. I can't do that, you know, like at some point, and please go and look at those pictures because this goes back to that message too. At some point, you have to stop and allow the divine to do what the divine is going to do, you know? Okay, so here comes a song, and we can talk about this a little bit too. When you are manifesting with the moon and you're saying, I desire this, and you're doing it at the new moon and whatever, you're giving your desire to the divine for it to grow with the moon cycles, for then it to start shedding with the moon cycle. You know what I mean? Like, you're giving it away. So like, you trying to hold on to the desire and give it away at the same time. Let me find out. To me. Oh, something tells me straight to his heart. So yeah, so what are your words doing whenever you're praying? They're going straight to the divine. Okay, so after you give it away and say, this is my prayer, you're going to still trying to work on it? Baby, come to me. I mean, you can only do so much. Make it happen. Thinking of you. Oh, baby, come to me. The Fool in reverse. Stop being scared to do the Fool. You got to be yourself. Let go of the self you used to be. Baby, come to me. Like, what if, okay, we're about to have Easter. What if Jesus would have been like, I can't wake up and come back out there. They're going to call me crazy. I can't be resurrected. They're going to call me crazy. Like, I mean, come on. Allow yourself to die and be reborn right here. And when you are reborn, be reborn as your most authentic self, the Fool. Something tells. Okay, one more. I love that song. Thinking of you, baby, come to me. Page of Cups reverse. So yeah, you are hesitating on growing into the person that is going to be able to build and sustain what it is that you need to build and sustain here in the physical. Because once again, the divine has a job, you have a job. Problem is that people want to do the job that requires no body, And then they want the divine to do the job that requires the body instead of doing the job that requires the body and letting them do the job that doesn't require a body. So if you stop trying to do their job, you cut yourself off from a lot of worry and concern, because it's not my concern what happens to my desire once I give it away to the divine. It's not my concern. I said, I want this. Now I'm going to go do the things I can physically to build what is going to, whatever my desire was. You know, like I say all the time, it's just your job to paint the picture. It's not your job to try to figure out who's going to go, but who's going to buy it and who's going to this with it and who's going to that. That's not your job. I know we're not supposed to be listening to this. What's your desire? But that's what the divine wants you to know. Let me tell you something right now. Here's how you get to the show. Have fun. Be a kid with it. Have fun with it. Allow yourself to go back to that part of yourself that you killed whenever you were growing up and they told you that you were wrong. Me and my Mickey Mouse ears. Baby. And my hair is ginormous. And that used to be such a trigger for me because I felt like my hair was bigger than everybody else's. And I just wanted to fit in so bad. I was trying to be incognito so damn bad. I would be like, no, I'm about to stand out. I'm supposed to. And sometimes way more than others. And that's okay. But like, there's a part of you, whatever your magic is, that separates you from others. Like, that's what makes you different. And that's what you need to find. We're always talking about the star. That's your star. What is it that makes you different? It might not be something physical like big hair or a mole in your forehead. It could be something on the inside of you. And that's okay. And you don't necessarily have to share it with the rest of us. But once you find your light, it is automatically going to come shining through your flesh. Automatically. That's my song. I think I need to do that one. Automatic. By what's her name? Damn, what is that girl's name? It starts with an R. I can't remember. I'm saying Rampage, but that's not it. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna stop this. What was my question? How to surrender? Oh, okay. Or how to get into the divine flow. Yeah. Baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Okay. So then that's the thing too, is people are like, no, I don't feel like I know exactly what's going to happen next. That's also not your job. Not your job to know what's going to happen next. Your job is to know what you feel like you are called to do right now, because you're supposed to be living in the present moment. You're not even supposed to be living in next month like you are. You need to get your ass back over here to April 14th, 2022, and listen to what the divine is telling you about today in this moment. Like, I had an ex one time ask me, because I used to be so worried about money, which was so weird because once again, I knew every time my paycheck was coming. And he asked me once, he was like, well, do you have enough money for today? And I thought about it and I was like, shit, yeah. So like, what the fuck am I worried about next month for? You know, I don't know what's going to happen in the next month. Somebody might come through and be like, we want you to do this thing for $1 million. Can you do it? You goddamn right I can do it. You goddamn right I can do it. And then you say thank you. And that's a lot of it is like, we want to be the master of our manifestations. And we want to be able to say, look what I created. But the divine is like, bitch, you are going to acknowledge me, ho. And unfortunately, sometimes you get there because you have to get pushed out the way for them to be like, now look, see, that's how you do it. You do your part and you let me do my job. And then when it's done, you tell me thank you for helping you create this thing here on earth. Yeah. I think this moon for me too has also been about my relationship with the divine and strengthening that. Yes, myself, but also my relationship with the divine. I feel like I get this all the time. We the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, and birth as a portal. So, like, you know, the death and rebirth experience takes you to the next level. And that's where you need to go. And you can't get there until you die to your former self and your former life. And people, my mom told me that my sister told her that there were people asking what is wrong with me. And I thought that was very funny because there's nothing wrong with me. You know, I'm perfectly created by the divine. Like, nothing wrong with me. If you don't like how I am, then it's likely there's something wrong with you, which is I'm triggering you because I'm free. I'm triggering you because I'm free. And I can only be this way. This is the way I feel the most comfortable. So I'm not sorry. But, you know, if it affects you negatively, then don't watch. You know, don't watch me grow. Don't watch me change. Don't watch me shift. Don't watch me become who I'm supposed to be. If it's triggering to you to watch me discard old layers that didn't serve me, to become brightly illuminated. Minimus. Commune with the source. I like that. All right. Okay. Nature holds all the answers. The wisest witch knows her questions will be answered when she dives into the natural world without reservation. Like the girl of Minimus, who is fused with the forest, it is your time to merge with the source. Drop your stuff, your attachments, and be one with nature. It's time to recommune with the raw, authentic self that was you when you were sparked. I just said that. Into this existence. And what you will be when you transition into the next plane of existence. Minimus dips her fingers into the well of universal inspiration. This is the card of meditation. There is also a flip interpretation as is she retreating or emerging. If this card is drawn to a period of solitude, it is a prompt that it is now time to emerge from the dark restorative forest into the sunlight to share your radiance. Come on. And conversely, if it is drawn during a time of intense activity and visibility, it is time to retreat to the shadows. Now, it is time for you to allow the divine to transform you. And for some of us, like me, that sometimes this happens publicly. Like, people see me changing. That's why I said, if you don't want to watch me change, that's fine. But it's part of my job to show you change and to show you moving with the cycles of the moon. It's my job to show you how it is done. You know, like by the time I get to where I'm going, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I don't even, she's nothing like she was. No, and that's okay. Like, I'm allowed to be fluid in myself. You know what I mean? Like, I have too much Gemini energy to just be static. That's not me. And also, isn't that boring? Isn't that boring? I've always been like this. I've always been this. Okay. To live and die exactly the same. It's like expecting animals that shed to never shed. Like, even your hair sheds when you comb it. Some of it comes out. A while back, I was talking about peacocks and how they have to molt whatever time of year. But like, you can't be showing up with last year's feathers, brother. That ain't true peacocking. You gotta bring in this year's feathers. Personal growth. Yes. Yes. Hallelujah. It's time to grow on a personal level. Okay, let's get Circle of Life. And then I'm gonna go. Not mirror, mirror on the wall. I'm just listening to these lyrics. Okay. Eight Pentacles. Beautiful. All right. I think it might be before. Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Two fairies build a necklace of beads. One fairy strings the beads onto a cord. Another paints the skins in brightly colored patterns. Some of the beads have wings and feet. They're little and the beads are regular size. Okay, because I was like, okay. All right. It takes time to learn a skill. The fairies on this card have been practicing their painting and stringing for some time now. They have learned to develop the focus needed to make wonderful pieces of art. Their creativity, brushes, and canvases are all resources they have to draw from. The message of this card is that it takes time and patience to hone your skills. When you're done, something magical has been made. Honing one's skills, discipline, and then skills, what it says. But I think when you figure out how, and somebody said this to me yesterday, actually, I think he did, yes. Malik, Philism, he called me. It's like when you finally figure out how to manifest, you have to practice. And the process is ask, receive, right? But what you don't see, right, is after you ask, you have to work in the physical so that the energy has somewhere to be held that you have, put out. So when you receive it back, it is infused into what you've grown. And then that's how it takes life. That's how it takes form. And that's how it becomes a physical manifestation of your desire. That. All right. I will see you later. Don't be a self-hater. Thanks for watching the playback because nobody pops up. I see somebody, but I'm about to jump off of here. But this was a good message. So I hope you do go back to watch it. Because I was speaking. I was doing my thing. All right. So yes, I'll see you later. Don't be a self-hater. I'll be back tomorrow. And go check out that picture on Instagram so that you can see what I was talking about with the relaxation part of your manifestation. All right. Bye-bye.